Next thing I'm going to talk about is some of these tools that we give you as part of working for us. So if you push forward to kvCORE for me, Ethan. So the next thing that I talk about is kvCORE. So we have a couple years ago, we had a hole in our system that we didn't offer any website platform or any CRMs or anything great when it came to this space. So I did a lot of research. I searched every tech stack in the industry and dissected them for 2 or 3 hours each. And I got down to the top 2 or 3 in the industry that I thought were great. It became clear to me that kvCORE was the BMW, the luxury, the Cadillac, the luxury, the best one in the business. Now, could I afford it for all of our agents? Well, agents were telling me, they're like, well, I spend $1,200 a month or I spend $1,300 a month. You should get kvCORE for everybody. I'm like, are you kidding me? I can't spend $1,200 a month. At the time, it was 3,000 agents. But turns out you go to New York. I met with the leaders of my top 3 tech stacks. And when you have 3,000 realtors, they shrink that price down a little bit for you. So every single thing you see scrolling on the screen here about kvCORE, all for free. We give it for free to every single one of our realtors. Now, what does it do? It's got a free customizable website for you. DonnieSampson.com, you get your own website. Now, don't use DonnieSampson.com. That's my name. Pick your own name, do your own thing. It's not going to work very well if you try to be my name. But I'm on my soapbox issue for a second here. If Sue over here recommends, Ethan to come call Donnie and he's going to be your realtor, what's Ethan going to do before he even calls Donnie? He's going to Google me. If you don't have a website and you can't market yourself out there, then you can't possibly market their home or be a good realtor for them. So I think you have to have your own website. It doesn't have to be the most amazing website that's ever walked the face of the earth, but you got to have a professional representation of yourself. Well, I'm going to give you a free one that looks good that you can customize and make your own. So free websites, smart CRMs. Difference between a smart CRM and a not so smart CRM is a not so smart CRM. You just put it in your Excel spreadsheet and you put in all your contacts and there it is, and you have to manipulate it from there. A smart one, what they do is they take, let's say I'm putting out all these ads and all these other landing pages and feeds that I'm putting out there to advertise myself. Anytime somebody clicks it, if Danielle clicks my ad, it's going to pull down Danielle's information. It's going to tell me everything that they can from the internet about Danielle within 60 seconds. And it's going to set it up so it starts nurturing Danielle. So Danielle can turn from a prospect to a future client, customer, and friend of mine through the CRM. So it really helps to manipulate and work to turn prospects into clients through their CRM software. It's got listing activity reports. It's got listing market snapshots. So this is big. When I got out of the business, I had over 400 people that were getting a market snapshot from me every month. You all probably do the cheesecake of the month and winterize your hose bibs. And look, those are fine. They're good. Keep doing your stuff. But what does everybody care about? Everybody cares about the market around them. Look, I'm in real estate. I live in my house. I don't plan on moving for 10 years. My kids are in school, and I don't want to move. But anybody pops up on my street, you can bet I'm pulling that house up quick to see what does their house look like, what are they listed for. I wonder if they'll get it. We all care about what's going on in the market around us. I want to be the provider of information to everybody I know, my sphere of influence, my past clients, the people I know. They're all going to get a market snapshot branded with my face, my information, and give them the updated information about their neighborhood every month. Now, not only, look, they might not sell for 3 or 4 years, but they're going to remember you as their real estate professional to reach out to you for questions or to refer out because I'm branding them myself to them every single month. All that market snapshots, free, built into kvCORE system. The next thing it does is it gives you 3 different kinds of apps for you to use with kvCORE. The first app is like your robot coach. So you use that coach to, every day you walk in and it's going to say, oh, who should I reach out to today? Well, Danielle has looked at your market snapshot 5 times this week. Hey, Danielle, how's it going? I'm not going to say, hey, Danielle, I see you've hit my market snapshot 5 times this week. It's creepy and weird, and they're not going to want to reach back out to you. They're going to take you out of their CRM. So reach out to Danielle. It might say, hey, look, Lucia's been looking for homes on my website all week. She's hit 10 homes this week. Hey, Lucia, how's it going? Things good? She's going to, yeah, I've been thinking about buying. I've been thinking about renting. I've been thinking about doing whatever. They're going to give you triggers by looking around your site, and it's going to tell you who to best reach out to make those connections and want to do it. See? CRM smart. I told you about that. So the robot coach helps you. The second app is for your open house app. Maybe you guys are better realtors than me, but let's assume that you're similar and that if 20 people come into my open house this Sunday, that you've got the one that's the low-hanging fruit. What's the low-hanging fruit? The low-hanging fruit we love. They walk in the door and they say, oh, yes, I'm looking for a home. I do not have a realtor yet. Would you like to show me houses? Yes, I would. I'm off at 4. I will meet you down the street. Or, oh, yeah, I live in the neighborhood. I'm thinking about selling. I'm actually interviewing agents now. That's great. Which night this week can I come? Because I would love to meet with you. The low-hanging fruit, hopefully we can grab. If you can't grab the low-hanging fruit, we have lots of training. We'll try to get you better because you need to be able to get that one. Now let's look at the other 19. If you're anything like me, have them sign up some kind of sign-up sheet, right? And then you got the best of intentions, but you get home that day and you were tired. It was a long open house, and you'd rather just kick your feet up, have a burger and a beer, and move on to the next day. You've worked hard all weekend. You deserve it. No problem. Monday morning comes, and Monday morning comes. There's all these things going on you're catching up on, and you don't call people. Well, then all of a sudden it's Wednesday or Thursday, and you're like, well, now it's almost embarrassing to call. It's been 4 days. Well, if you're like me, that 19, it keeps moving further and further down your desk, and then eventually you go to clean your desk, you just throw them all in the trash can, and they're never going to be your clients unless they just fell in love with your charm at the open house 6 weeks ago. You're never talking to them again. Well, I'll bet you out of those 19 people, half of them were going to do something in the next year. Not that second, but they were plotting for something. They were looking around because they're thinking about moving, or looking around because they're thinking about selling. Well, what if you had put them all on your open house app when they walked in the door? Well, now they get a text at 5 o'clock saying, oh, thanks for coming to the open house. It was great connecting with you. I'd love to talk with you more. Monday morning, they get put automatically on a buyer email or a seller email telling them about that neighborhood or prospective homes for them to buy. Well, now they're getting a feed from you. They're in your web. You're nurturing them. Now, you're not going to get all 19 to be your clients, but out of those 10 that we're going to do something next year, you got a lot better chance of getting 2, 3, or 4 of them to be your next clients because now you're following up on them, you're nurturing, you're putting them as part of your program or your network now. The third app is your app for buyers. So if Danielle's my buyer client, I sent her a link, and she now can search for homes in my app. Why do I want her to search in my app? Well, a couple reasons. If she doesn't look in my app, where's she going to look? Look, if you're watching this from another company, I'm sorry, I'm going to speak some truth here right now, okay? If she looks in Zillow, what's Zillow going to tell her? Zillow, as soon as she hits any ad, 4 people are going to call her from every other real estate company in town that's paying for the leads and the opportunity to call Danielle. They'll be like, oh, Danielle, I could be your realtor. I could be better and this and that. Well, somebody might be smarter, funnier, or prettier than me. Now all of a sudden they're going to go start working with Danielle's going to start working with them and not me. That's not good news. I don't want that. I don't want her talking to the competition all the time. If she doesn't look in Zillow, where's she going to look? Redfin. Well, every house she clicks in Redfin, they're trying to convince you, you don't need a realtor. Come see the house with me. I'll save you thousands of dollars. You don't need a buyer's agent. Well, I don't like that answer either. I've been working hard with Danielle. I've shown her a bunch of houses. We've cultivated this relationship. I don't want anything to threaten it. Well, if she looks in my app, now she's safe. She doesn't want to be bothered. I don't want to be bothered, her to be bothered. She can make notes on homes. We can connect on homes. It's a safe environment for her to look so we can build that relationship, not worry about it being torn apart. So the apps are great. A few companies out there offer kvCORE. Most of them all charge a tech fee, and it's not for free. But the ones that do, they all stop right there when it comes to services. Now, I looked at it and I said, look, there's a couple add-ons here I've got to have. So I paid for these for all the realtors. The 2 add-ons. The first one is called Core Listing Machine. So Core Listing Machine is, at its essence, it is a single property website for each one of your listings for free. Free property website. So you put in listing it bright, it launches the single property website for you automatically. You can share that website over all your social media automatically. See, it's already automatically going to Facebook and Twitter and Instagram and LinkedIn and all the places you want it to go to. Fantastic, getting notoriety out there. Now, I take it one step further. I would go to GoDaddy.com. I can't do this for everybody because they don't have the system for it, but I would take that free website. I'd go to GoDaddy.com. I'd spend $10, and I'd buy the URL 123center.com. Let's assume the address is 123center. Don't just buy that website. It's probably taken. 123center.com. Now what I'm also going to do is I'm going to pay for a $5 rider on front of the house that says 123center.com. Now what happens? All those social media pages up there that I posted out, it says 123center.com. Everybody driving down the house, everybody in the neighborhood sees, oh, 123center.com, that looks good. They pull it up on their phone before they even get to their own driveway. Everybody that clicks 123center.com out there in the world, they're going to my website, they're getting registered, now all of a sudden they're possible leads and possible clients and friends of mine for the future. You know who else loved 123center.com? The seller. They thought that was amazing. They got their own website with their own URL that they can brag about. Well, I give that to you automatically for free. You pay $10 to get the fancy URL if you want, but I would highly suggest it. The second key addition that I give you is called kvCORE Social. So Core Social gives you the ability to be better at social media. So that means it gives you content, I guess is the better way to say it. A lot of us don't know what to say. So you go into the computer and you say, okay, I want to post about Fairfax County, and I want to pick one of the 15 topics they've got. I want to post, or 3 or 4 of them. Say I want to post about mortgage and real estate and gardening and finance. I don't know. Pick 4 or 5 topics you like. They've got a bunch of them in there. And I want to post about Fairfax County. I want to post Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Fantastic. It's going to give you fresh, dynamic content going on your social media feeds Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, and everybody can look at all those articles. Now, are 100 people going to like every article? No. But it's going to continue to brand yourself in those people's minds every time they see one of those articles. Oh, that's another smart article by Donnie. That's another smart article by Donnie. You're building that recognition in your head, and that they're now thinking of you as the real estate professional to keep in mind. Now, I'm going to give you a tip, okay? Please read the articles that go up when they get posted to your social media feeds. About a couple of people that get caught blindsided. They get something like, oh, I was reading that article you had about interest rates. It was really interesting. And people are like, what are you talking about? It's like, oh no. It's okay if another system posts the article, but at least you have a working knowledge of the article that you're posting out there. So you don't have to come up with it, but be aware of it. So it's a great thing to get your name out there more and more. So you've got the feeds that we're giving you. Put some of your listings on the social media feed. Put some of your own thoughts. Well, now you got a social media channel that makes you memorable, and gives you continued brand recognition with all your friends, past clients, sphere of influence, all that kind of stuff. So the 2 add-ons are fantastic. The last thing, and I know I've been talking a lot about kvCORE, but this is super important, so listen. We give you, for free, a free Facebook ad every single time you list a home on Bright. A free Facebook ad. And every time you put an open house in Bright, we give you another free Facebook ad. Free Facebook ad every time you list, free Facebook ad every time you do an open house. What happens if people click that Facebook ad? Leads right into your database. It's pretty awesome. I had a great story the other day. I was out at one of the lunch and learns I do in Bel Air, Maryland, and Tracy Sims, my manager out there, looked, and she said, Donnie, I want to say something. I was like, oh, well, okay, let's see what's going on here. And Tracy said, the other day I was sitting around, and a lead came into our kvCORE database, and then another one, and then another one. And I looked around, I was like, Priscilla, did you put out an ad? Celine, Thaddeus, they went to the whole team, and she said, who put out this ad? And nobody put out an ad. Then they remembered, oh, these are the ads. Samson automatically puts them out. We're getting all these leads, and this is amazing. They got 52 leads off this ad. 52. Now, 2 disclaimers. One, they don't all get 52 ads. Let's be honest, okay? The other one is they're not all going to be winners, right? But we're creating more opportunities for you to hopefully make that connection and get new buyers, get new listing leads off every single lead or every single new listing you do in every single open house. Great add-ons for free, creating new business for you for free. So those are all the great things we do with kvCORE and our free Facebook ads. The next thing we're going to talk about is our print center after I chug some water here. It's great TV when I drink water, right?